it's Chloe and we're back with another video. You guys, can I have my celebration? Okay, because I didn't do a review last week because as y'all know, I was at my mother's bridal shower in North Carolina, so I was not home, right? But I did get the chance to watch the episode, and baby, when I tell you I was so happy when Red went home, y'all know I was like, Sassy Red is gone. So I just had to go ahead and get my little celebration out. Sassy Red is out the door. When I tell y'all that the Race Love crew has been doing what the Race Love crew is supposed to do, like get the people out who need to be out, baby, they've been doing it. They definitely been doing it. I'm not going to say that I'm so excited that Unique is going, but I will say this. She wasn't really ready to love. So what does that mean? She had to go. She had to go. There's a whole lot of other things that went on in that episode that we really need to talk about, but we're going to talk about that in our Ready to Love Live this week. I'm so happy to be back. If this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video on through, and if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Now I'm going to need y'all to go ahead and like the video, because y'all going to like the video. Okay. Let's get into it. Ready to Love Season 8, Episode 6. Baby, as y'all know, all the ladies meet up with Tommy in the lounge because it's elimination week for the men, okay? First of all, did y'all see the dress that Sierra had on? The dress that Sierra had on reminds me of the picture of Tasha K standing next to Lori Harvey, and she was like, who wore better child? The same exact dress. The same exact dress. Look at it. That's the dress she had on, okay? Tommy asked the ladies how the men been doing. Have they been putting in that work? And all the women are like, I guess. Lee was like, the ones that need to be doing what they need to be doing are doing it. And I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, like, Lee, who is your connection that's doing it what needs to be done? Because, baby, I'm just not picking it up. I'm not picking it up. Who is it? Can somebody write down Lee's connection? I know it's supposed to be Quentin, but I feel like I still have not seen them, like, interact ever since, like, the first day. Ever since, like, episode 1 and 2. So I'm just trying to figure it on out, okay? So Tommy tells them that he wants them to go on a date and express their doubts. Now, I understand Tommy giving them tasks and whatnot, but I feel like it's kind of strange for them to be going on a date and telling them, well, Tommy wants us to talk about this. It's like no organic conversation. I guess what they're doing this time is actually gauging the conversations in the way that they want them to go. Either way, I'm here for it, okay? So Aries and Phil go on a date, and baby, when I tell you that Aries and Phil look absolutely nice. It was giving grown man, grown woman in the black and red, okay? I was loving it, okay? You could tell that he went and picked up the flowers from the florist, okay? He did not just go inside the supermarket and pick those up. So I was very happy about that. The red lipsticks on Aries looks absolutely beautiful. When I tell you that it looked like they went on a real date, they went on a real date, okay? And I was loving every bit of this grown, intimate conversation wise, the look of it all. Like, it was giving people in their 40s going on a date, getting to know each other, really discussing things, okay? So Phil said that they spent a lot of hours on the phone, and I was like, oh, so they could talk about this for hours and hours and hours. But nonetheless, they finally get to see each other in person, and baby, the chemistry to me seems to still be there, okay? She tells him that Tommy wants him to talk about their doubts, and she tells him that one of her doubts involve her children, because like she has 2 kids, and any man that wants to be with her has to accept these children, okay? And she's a little concerned about that because, like y'all know, a lot of men always be on the internet, if a woman got kids, I don't know if I could deal with her. But Phil said, look, baby, I'm gonna tell you, I am grown. I'm a grown man, okay? And I understand that at this age, people have kids. Now, I said I want more kids. That don't mean these kids had to be made from scratch. But if you got 2 and I got 1 and we decide to be together and get married, then baby, we got 3. And I said, come on, Phil. I went from not even know who Phil was to not even know who Phil was like an episode ago, to sitting here like, you better do what needs to be done. I don't know if it's all an act or whatnot, but baby, when I tell you I'm buying it, okay? Because y'all know I'm a sucker for love. Everything about this date for me was A+. Everything, okay? I didn't know that Aries been divorced twice, and I said, I feel like I need the backstory. Like, girl, what happened, okay? And he's been divorced once, so I guess by the time you go through these divorces and you realize what you did wrong and you realize what you can work on and what you're looking for and what you're not looking for in a partner, third time's the charm, Aries. So I hope this time, whenever you do decide to get married, it's the one for you, baby. It's the one for you. So Phil walks her out to the car, and they hug and they seal a date with a kiss, and I was here for it. Y'all know I'm a sucker for love, okay? Y'all know I be getting God. Y'all know I be falling for all the things, because y'all girl was over there like, It's a couple. Now, I don't know how long It's a Couple is going to last, but I'm just saying that I was sitting here like, it's a couple, okay? This is one of the couples that we're going to have at the end. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I want that for them. I want that for both of them. Some telling me that this is not going to last long because it's ready to love and nothing really lasts long, okay? But let me live in a moment. Let me live in a moment, okay? So Sierra goes on a date with new Chris, and of course they got to talk about their doubts and whatnot. And Sierra asked Chris, did he have any insecurities? And he was like, nah, I'm good. I don't got no insecurities. And I was like, red flag on the plate. No. Any person who feels as though they don't have no insecurities, they ain't got no flaws, they perfect, baby, no. That's narcissistic vibes. Okay? Not saying he's a narcissist. What I'm saying is someone who feels as though they are perfect gives off narcissistic vibes. Because, sir, you have no insecurities, but I'm going to tell you where your insecurities lie. They lie in that money, honey. They lie in the money. Because if he ever asks you, what's your dating style? And you say, my dating style is I'm very detailed. I pay attention to what a person likes and don't like and stuff like that, okay? So Sierra was like, well, in that case, I like Birkins. And I may, and I like some Chanel and whatnot. And he was like, oh, holds up. I just met her and she's talking about Birkins. I mean, if she like Birkins, she like Birkins. Now, what bothered me about all this is the fact that you couldn't fathom her being able to get Birkins for herself. It was like, so if I can't get you Birkins, you won't leave me? Oh, if I can't get you Birkins, you won't get somebody else to get it? And she was like, how about I can get my own Birkins? But he was like, she talking about Birkins, but she's taking an Uber. And I said, ooh, shots fired, pow, pow. Now, but that's not the point. The point is, if Sierra said that she could get herself a Birkin, then baby, you ain't got to worry about getting her a Birkin. And I'm pretty sure you probably ain't got to worry about being with her because you can't get her a Birkin to begin with, okay? But I do think that it was very strange for new Chris to kind of assume that she was asking him to buy her a Birkin because, baby, that's not what happened. She was just giving you a hint to the things that she liked. Now, we already know that you was not going to be buying her no $50,000 purse because that's just not realistic for the majority of us, okay? Just not. And then on top of that, Birkin bags you have to be on the waiting list to get. So even if you can afford it, baby, you gotta wait some time. I'm just saying, okay? Jessica done went and popped up on Chris, and I say, go ahead, Chris, with the real job that we can see. Y'all, now y'all know all these seasons the women were like, I don't know what none of these people did. I don't know what these men did. They said they had a job, but I never seen no job. Chris got a job, okay? We saw him at the job, okay? And that's what I'm talking about. Next time y'all want to be fired, next time y'all find y'all connection, pop up at the job because that's how we know it's real. That's how we know it's real. But anyway, they go ahead and they have lunch, right? And so they have to talk about their doubts. So, Chris brought up the fact that he's attracted to, strong, independent women who got it going on, okay? But he wants his woman to, treat him treat him soft because he's going to treat her soft. And Jessica just couldn't understand the logic of it. Let me just break it down to you real quick, Jessica, okay? It's okay to girl boss. It's okay to woman boss or whatever y'all want to call it. It's okay to do that and do that very well. When you are at the workspace, when you need to take control, when you need to be in charge to do the things, okay? But when you come home to your man, that's supposed to be your piece. You know how men always say, I need my piece, I need my piece, I need my piece. Your home is also supposed to be your piece, just like your man is supposed to be your piece. So you get to come home and you get to rest in your femininity, meaning that you get to say, baby, can you open this for me? Okay, you give him the opportunity, you talk to him softly, you're more gentle with him because you have to be stern all the time, okay? So I don't understand how she can't wrap her head around it, but then again, the fact that she hasn't really been in a long-term committed relationship in a while, I can see how she could have lost that. And then women say that men are intimidated by them being bosses, and that's not the case. The case is that you don't know how to turn the switch off. Switch it off so you can come home and relax and let that man be your peace and rub on your feet, okay? Let him lead, in other words. So then she tells him that she wants him to be more consistent, like, call me back when you say you won't call me back, text me and, check on me and things like that. He's like, well, do you check on me? I'm not trying to be with no man who be like, do you check on me? Do you call me? Absolutely no. You're the pursuer. Pursue me. You want a soft, gentle woman? Then you need to be a manly man and go ahead and pursue the woman. You don't want her to be boss chick, okay? You don't want her to take charge. So pick one or the other, Chris, okay? She will reciprocate your energy. If you're not giving her the energy, she can't reciprocate it. I don't want to hear no, you text me. Child, no, that's when I'd have been like, okay, he's not the man for me. Just not the man for me. Kat and Marvin going on a date, waste of time, because we already know that Kat don't really see it for Marvin like that, and I don't know why they even playing with Marvin, knowing that none of them are really into what he's into. He says that he won't be bored in a relationship and that he can't be monogamous and this, that, and the other, and I'm just like, it seems too extreme for me. Now, even if you do find a woman who likes the ash worship or the oral play and the forced orgasm, this, that, and the other, there's still a part of you that's into this whole erotica, you know, dominatrix type lifestyle that you already built a career around. This isn't something that you just like to do in your spare time. This is your job. Now, and I sat there and I watched those videos of you reading your book and whatnot and whipping other women and all types of stuff, and I'm just trying to tell you, that's not something you just one day be like, I'm done with it. You have to find you a woman who's into all the things that's secure in your relationship, to not be insecure when you got a whipping some woman on the stage while you reading your erotica book. Herbert went to Kira's house, and I'm gonna say that, you know what? At first, I was sitting there like, why would you have this man up there TikTok dancing? Does he look like a TikToker? But when Herbert was up there doing the TikToks, I was like, oh, this is kind of cute. I definitely could dig it. But you know, Kira, did you not realize that you're not in that man's top? Did you not? Because you asked him why he's not reaching out to you and whatnot, and he's saying it's hard to, you know, navigate so many women, and you know, and she was like, well, how many connections do you got, Herbert? And Herbert was like, well, I got, you know, quite a few. She was like, well, am I at least in the top 3? And I'm like, no, Kira, you're not. No, you're not. I don't know why you even think you are. But, you know, he gonna tell her most definitely, child, why is you lying? Because right at the end of this, you said it's just fun flirting. But one thing about Herbert is that I keep hearing, even from his top pick, Janelle, that he's not consistent with reaching out. Herbert, what's the tea, sir? What's the tea? Why you can't pick up the phone and send a text message? What you really got going on? That's the question. Y'all need to go to Herbert's IG and see what's going on over there. Matter of fact, I'm going to go do some research for y'all, and I'm going to bring it back. Because I just feel like it's something up with him. Because how you supposed to have this really strong, deep connection with Janelle, you can't reach out with her. You can't even reach out to her. Now I'm starting to feel like you playing games, sir, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Quentin and Janelle finally get their first date together, 101, and I'm happy for them, okay? Janelle brings up her doubt, and the main doubt is basically about the age, okay? Because y'all know Quentin is definitely younger than most of the women there, because Janelle's like 41 and he's like 30 something, okay? The same thing with Aries. He's a younger guy, they're older women, and they just need to know, like, what's the deal, okay? She's like, well, I need to be like falling in love yesterday so I could go ahead and have some babies and build a family, because you know, women, our biological clock starts ticking, and we don't got as many years as men have to just, you know, have some kids. And by them having this age difference, we need to know if he ready to have these kids like today, okay? But he's just like, listen, I'm not scared of none of this. I'm not scared about no families, having no kids, falling in love, getting married. I ain't scared of none of that. As long as I got the woman that I want, and I'm ready. I'm ready for love. That's what he said. He said he's ready for love, okay? He did the work. And I'm just saying here, like, I like Quentin a lot. I do. But I just can't take him that serious, because something about him says he's playing games, okay? And I don't know where it came from. Like, baby, it just hit me like, bam, out of nowhere. It was like, quit playing games, okay? I don't know if it's because the way he's talking to her or the way he just seemed to, like, adapt to the style, even down to the adoption of it all, which, by the way, really made me feel like they can't really be getting to know each other the way they try to make it seem like they be getting to know each other. For him to not know that Janelle was adopted. You know what I mean? Because if y'all on the phone all the time and y'all having these conversations and whatnot, and he's your number 1 or number 2, or y'all real close like y'all say y'all are, I'm trying to figure out how this something so personal has not came up yet in regular conversation on the phone. Like, y'all not boo loving or what? What's tea? Because I feel like we missing something. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot going on around here. I feel like these connections ain't really connection, and they more like alliances, okay? But I'm gonna mind my business, and we're gonna see how this all plays out. Kira and Moria go out, okay, because they want to clear up this whole black conversation thing, and it got nowhere, okay, because like, Kira, how are you still mad at this man? How are you mad at this man for bringing up your blackness when you was just sitting there quitting about whether or not he liked black women? You sat there and projected and told everybody that man don't like black women when you didn't even know that to be a fact. But you got upset because Moria said Moria felt like you wasn't down for the people, even though you told him you wasn't really down for the people. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, you can't be sitting here accusing people of, you know, not liking black women and this, that, and the other. You don't even fully see yourself as completely black, because someone who does would not say, I'm the closest thing to white in the room. Just saying, just saying, y'all, okay? That date was a waste of time. Just like Lee and Marvin's date was a waste of time. I'm not about to sit here and go through these stupid dates, but we already know was no point. Like, why y'all still talking to Marvin? Marvin should have went home with Red. That's when we needed a double elimination. When it was Red and daggone Marvin, send them both home. Like, why are we playing games? Going on these dates talking to that man, y'all know don't nobody want him. But anyway, all the ladies meet back up with Tommy in the lounge and whatnot, okay? Iris talks about her date with Phil and how he's checking all her boxes, because, you know, Tommy said she was glowing and whatnot, okay? So then Janelle talks about her date with Quentin and how he's, like, definitely in her top along with Herbert, okay? So Kira says that Herbert is a real man, okay? But she just wants him to be consistent if he wants to be with her. He got to step it up. Girl, that man don't want you, but okay. Jessica talks about her popping up at Chris' job, okay? Like I said, shout out to Chris for the real job. And how she also wants him to work on consistency, but they figured it out. They both got to work on their consistency, not just him, okay? So then Tommy was like, okay, well, who y'all not feeling? So Sierra said that she went on a date with a new Chris and he got in his feelings a little bit over a little jokey joke she made about a Birkin bag, and he got a little scared, okay? So then Avery said that she feel like he be trying to sell himself, okay? And child, when I tell you they was in that daggone lounge eating new Chris up, they was eating him up, okay? They was talking something, I'm going to school to be a doctor, chiropractor. I mean, I felt so bad. Poor new Chris probably was at home watching this like, oh, really? So this what y'all was doing? Because baby, when I tell y'all they was tearing him apart, they was tearing him apart, okay? So then, of course, Marvin comes up, okay? And Marvin told Jessica that he's a Sag or something like that, which means that he liked to watch his partner have sex with somebody else. And that's what I mean. Like, how are you supposed to be in a monogamous relationship when the one thing that, and when one of the things that gets you off is actually watching your partner have sex with somebody else? Now, I'm not mad at it if that's what you into, but what I'm saying is, sir, you need to be honest with people about what you like in your monogamous relationships, because maybe, just maybe, you need more of an open relationship. You need to find somebody that match your freaky. You need to create a show called Find Me a Submissive so that you can find you the right woman for you, because baby, a regular monogamous woman, this ain't the lifestyle for her. It's just not, okay? And of course, they would say that Moria gives them homie vibes. And I was like, I could get that. But I'm not going to lie to y'all. I kind of feel like a little bit sort of that I don't like Moria no more. And I don't know why. I don't know why. And I can't explain it. It's something about him that really just started turning me off about him. The last episode, in this episode, I'm just looking at him like, ooh, he need to go home. Yeah, it hit me, y'all. It hit me like, yeah, it's time. His time is coming. He need to go home, okay? Of course, Jessica took up for her man after that, because what you not about to do is try to like send Moria home, okay? So then Kira brought up the fact that he asked her, do she like black culture? So then Tommy was like, is you black? And she was like, yeah, I'm black. And she was like, well, he's talking more like, you know, like activist. Oh, he black. No. I don't want to hear he black. Every black person needs to be standing up for black people and their rights, okay? And if you are a black person who feel like you can't come to the forefront and stand up for us as a culture, as a race, as a unit, then you obviously have some type of identity issue. And Janelle jumped in and was like, I'm just going to say that I feel like Moria is a really well-rounded man, okay? But Janelle, that's not your top. That's not your place to jump in and take up for Moria. You're taking up for Moria on behalf of Jessica instead of letting Jessica do that, because that's her top, okay? And so if anybody needs to be getting at Kira in this moment, it needs to be Jessica and not you, because ultimately, that's not your connection at all. So him staying or leaving is not going to affect you at all. So I could understand Jessica jumping in this, okay? So then, you know, Kira's like, well, I was offended by Morgan, and Janelle, that ticked her off, okay? So then Janelle was sitting in the confessional like, I know she didn't try to act like she forgot that man's name when we already know that's not the case. She's just upset about the fact that he called her out on how she really feel about black people. So Janelle was like, no, what you were not going to do is keep playing with me. Okay, she said you've been incorrect multiple times. Now y'all can say what y'all want. I was not mad at Janelle because Kira has been wrong multiple times. Okay, the whole time she's sitting there projecting her own insecurities on Quentin. Okay, he don't like black women. The same thing that she turned around and said, I'm the whitest woman in the room, like Janelle said, like that's your claim to fame. Or it's not cute. It's not cute. And for you to sit there and make it seem like you think it's cute is crazy. Because ain't no black woman ever. What would we look like saying some ish like that? Now, I know what you meant, but baby, that's not what you meant. Now, we already knew that part, but it's the new information that Jessica brought up that really sent me over the top. Because Jessica was like, and then you made comments about level of blackness as far as like, oh, that's black. Oh, that's too black for me. Oh, I like black, but not that black. That's too black for me. What the hell does that mean? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of slick stuff that you probably been saying behind the scenes that really, like, is out of place, okay? So now that they sit here calling you out on it, you're going to be like, oh, but you guys have been very mean to me and you guys have been nitpicking on me and calling me out. Yes, they're going to call you out because some of the stuff you were saying is inappropriate. And yes, they may be mean girls. And yes, it may not be none of their business. And yes, they may not have the right to talk to you any type of way. I am all for all of that. But what you did in that moment was deflect from what them girls was talking about. Because them girls was talking about the fact that you was inappropriate multiple times on a black TV show with multiple black people. You want to deflect from the black conversation to talk about somebody being mean. But I'm going to let you have it, Kira. I'm going to let you have it because two things could be right at once. You were inappropriate, and all that ish that Janelle did at the end of that was so unnecessary because there was no reason for Janelle to be up there talking about something, and I don't like you, and I'm not going to talk to you, and this, that, other. All that's irrelevant. You are a grown woman. You do not need to announce to another grown woman that you don't like her. You're not going to talk to her when y'all are not there to be friends. Child, I'm sitting here like, what is really going on? Honestly, I feel like Kira needs to go. Because, like, girl, as giving you don't even want a black man. At this point, just saying, miss... So, do you like white women? And I can ask that because I have white friends. Who says that? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to get it out because I didn't do my review on last week. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go and we're going to move on. Okay? So, of course, Tommy pulls the curveball and was like, listen, 2 men going home. 2 men going home. Not just one, send 2 of them home. We ended up with Marvin, New Chris, and Morgan in the bottom. And I was like, just send them all home. Child, if it was up to me, we wouldn't have no show the way I want to send people home. Okay? But ultimately, they sent Marvin home. But we knew it was his time. We knew it was a waste of time of him being here. And they sent New Chris home. And I'm just like, I like New Chris, and I thought he should stay a while. But after he made that comment about him not having no insecurities and no doubts about himself and stuff like that, it kind of just made me look at him like, no, sir, that's not it, because everyone is flawed in some type of way. Everyone. And if you can't see your flaws or things wrong with yourself, then that means that you are always going to hyper focus on somebody else's, and I don't like that, not at all. Okay? And Morier gets to live another day. Now, y'all, I'm hoping that he's next. I feel like he needs to be next on the train to go home, and then maybe it's time to get Kira up out of here, y'all. Maybe it's time, okay? With that being said, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Baby, when I tell y'all we got some things to get into, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you are here for the Ready to Love Live, because when I tell y'all we gotta talk. Anyway, make sure that you like this video, comment down below, and make sure that you hit the bell for the notifications, because I got some more videos coming. I gotta make up for all the time we missed. With that being said, I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Peace.